Welcome to HouseLux Estate, your go-to channel for all things finance and investment. Here at HouseLux, we pride ourselves in providing valuable insights and advice on various financial matters and investment strategies. Today, we're going to explore a fascinating aspect of finance known as behavioral finance and how it can significantly improve your investment decisions. Behavioral finance is a field that combines cognitive psychological theory with conventional economics and finance. It attempts to understand why people make certain financial choices and how they can sometimes act irrationally. Understanding these patterns and tendencies can give us an edge when making investment decisions. So, are you ready to enhance your investment strategy with the power of behavioral finance? Are you eager to understand the psychological factors that influence your financial decisions? If so, you're in the right place. Stay tuned as we delve into the world of behavioral finance and how it can improve your investment decisions. So, what exactly is behavioral finance? This is a question that's been asked time and again. In the simplest of terms, behavioral finance is the study of how psychology influences financial decision-making and markets. It's a field that sits at the intersection of finance and psychology. Now, you might be wondering, how does this differ from traditional finance? Well, traditional finance assumes that all investors are rational, have access to the same information, and use it to optimize their returns. But let's be honest, humans aren't always rational, are we? Behavioral finance, on the other hand, acknowledges our human quirks. It recognizes that people have cognitive biases that lead to irrational decisions, and these decisions can significantly affect financial markets. It's like a lens that lets us view the financial landscape through the prism of human behavior. Let's dive a bit deeper. Behavioral finance studies the psychological influences and biases that affect the investment decisions of individuals and institutions. For example, overconfidence can lead investors to believe they can predict market movements, while anchoring can cause investors to hold on to losing stocks for too long. These biases can result in suboptimal investment decisions, which can lead to losses. But it's not all doom and gloom. Understanding these biases can help investors mitigate their effects, leading to better decision-making. For instance, being aware of the herding bias, where people tend to follow the crowd, can help you resist the urge to jump on the bandwagon when everyone else is buying into a hot stock. The importance of behavioral finance can't be overstated. It provides a more realistic framework for understanding financial markets, one that takes into account our human fallibilities. And by doing so, it helps us navigate the often turbulent waters of investing. So, to wrap it up, behavioral finance isn't just about numbers and charts. It's about understanding human behavior and how it affects our financial decisions. Understanding behavioral finance is the first step to using it in improving your investment decisions. Now that we understand what behavioral finance is, let's discuss some common behavioral biases in investment. First up, we have overconfidence. This is when investors believe their ability to pick winners and predict market fluctuations is better than it actually is. Overconfidence can lead to excessive trading and risk-taking, which can ultimately result in significant financial loss. Next, let's talk about anchoring. This is when investors rely too heavily on an initial piece of information, known as the anchor, to make subsequent decisions. For instance, an investor might be anchored to the price they originally paid for a stock, and may be unwilling to sell it for anything less, even if the market value has significantly decreased. This can lead to missed opportunities and potential losses. Finally, perhaps one of the most prevalent behavioral biases is loss aversion. This is the tendency for investors to prefer avoiding losses to acquiring equivalent gains. In other words, the pain of losing is psychologically about twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining. This can lead investors to hold on to losing investments for too long, or sell winning investments too quickly. So, how do these biases negatively affect investment decisions? Well, overconfidence can lead to rash decisions and a lack of diversification. Anchoring can prevent investors from accurately assessing the current market value of an investment, and loss aversion can result in an unbalanced portfolio, with too much emphasis on avoiding losses rather than seeking gains. Recognizing these biases is the first step to overcoming them. By being aware of your tendencies towards overconfidence, anchoring, and loss aversion, you can begin to question your own decisions and make more rational investment choices. Remember, investing isn't just about numbers and figures. It's about understanding human behavior, both your own and that of the market. By recognizing these biases, you can make more informed and rational investment decisions. Now, let's explore how to apply behavioral finance to your investment decisions. To begin with, the key to applying behavioral finance to your investment decisions lies in self-awareness. It's about recognizing your own behavioral biases and how they could potentially impact your investment choices. For instance, if you're prone to hurting behavior, you may find yourself following the crowd rather than making independent decisions. Or, if you're overconfident, you might take on too much risk without properly assessing the potential downsides. By being aware of these tendencies, you can take steps to mitigate their effects and make more rational investment decisions. Next, a disciplined investment approach is critical. This means sticking to a predefined investment strategy rather than making impulsive decisions based on emotions or short-term market fluctuations. Your strategy should be based on your financial goals, risk tolerance, and investment horizon. It should guide your decisions on when to buy, sell, or hold investments. Of course, you may need to make adjustments along the way, but these should be considered and strategic, rather than reactive. Another crucial aspect of applying behavioral finance to investment decisions is diversification. Diversification is a risk management strategy that involves spreading your investments across various assets or asset classes to reduce exposure to any single investment. This can help to cushion the impact of any one investment performing poorly. It's a practical way to manage the risk of loss and can help to smooth out returns over time. But how does diversification tie into behavioral finance? Well, it helps to counter the bias known as the illusion of control. This bias leads investors to believe they can control or predict the outcome of their investments. By diversifying, you acknowledge that you can't predict or control the market, thus helping to offset this bias. Furthermore, diversification also helps to counter the confirmation bias, which is the tendency to seek out and favor information that confirms your existing beliefs while ignoring contradicting evidence. Diversification encourages you to invest in a variety of assets, which can help you to consider a wider range of information and perspectives. Finally, regular portfolio review is an important part of applying behavioral finance to your investment decisions. This involves periodically checking your investments to ensure they're still aligned with your goals and risk tolerance. It's also a chance to reevaluate your behavioral biases and ensure they're not adversely affecting your decisions. Remember, applying behavioral finance to your investment decisions is not about eliminating emotions or biases. It's about understanding them, managing them, and using them to your advantage. It's about making decisions that are rational, informed, and aligned with your long-term financial goals. By applying behavioral finance, you can avoid common investment pitfalls and maximize your returns. Let's recap what we've learned about using behavioral finance in investment decisions. We kicked off our journey by introducing the concept of behavioral finance, an intriguing field that combines psychological theories with conventional economics and finance to explain why people, including investors, often act irrationally. We delved into the heart of behavioral finance, examining various biases that investors often exhibit. The biases we discussed include confirmation bias, where investors tend to favor information that confirms their preconceptions, and loss aversion, where the fear of loss leads to irrational decisions. We also touched on overconfidence and herd mentality, two other common biases that can seriously impact investment decisions. These biases are not just theoretical concepts. They exist in the real world and can significantly affect your investment strategies, often leading to less than optimal outcomes. But the good news is, once you're aware of these biases, you can take steps to mitigate their impact. We then moved on to explore how you can apply the principles of behavioral finance to improve your investment decisions. We emphasized the importance of maintaining a disciplined approach to investing, taking into account not just the potential return on investment, but also the associated risks. We also highlighted the value of diversifying your investment portfolio to spread risk and the need to regularly review and adjust your investment strategies based on changing market conditions and personal circumstances. In essence, behavioral finance teaches us to be introspective, to understand our biases, and to keep them in check when making investment decisions. It's about making rational decisions based on facts and figures, not emotions or herd mentality. It's about taking control of your investment journey, being objective, and methodically evaluating every opportunity that comes your way. Thank you for joining us at HouseLux Estate. Don't forget to subscribe for more insightful videos on finance and investment. Remember, your investment decisions can be greatly improved by understanding and applying behavioral finance.